comes. And then Pellegrini will just gather these ones. For nails, they gathered Cardozo, they gathered Anthony, and they are using this particular team in a very strong final. And trust me, Isco is winning man of the match for this particular game, regardless. Isco for man of the match. Isco for man of the match. Francisco for man of the match. Trust me, Francisco Suarez. That is what is happening today, regardless. Hate watching. My Betis boys, where are you? Betis boys, Betis boys, Betis boys, Betis boys. Hey, Betis boys, Betis boys. We are loud and active. That's what is going on right now. Trust me. Even on the scorecard, Betis is playing home, so we have the home advantage. You understand? So full support, full support. And my boy Anthony is here as well. My boy Anthony is here as well. So,
but you don't want him in your team, do you?
See, you see, OBDS and OBDA. As some places for the other side of the world.
So are you saying he's an agent? Did you send him?
Oh, you see what happened to Aston Villa when your former player caused the penalty?
Ian Matson.
Exactly. The same thing is going to happen here.
Hey.
My boy is going to deliver.
Hey.
Antonio. They call him leg work. Leg work. You know, you're born a leg work in Kwa.
Then I went to me and England.
Anthony.
We saw him in England, though, bro.
Bro, for your jersey, yeah, you they wear. Alone serve the show. Say
me, I they support Carlo Ancelotti.
Bro.
And Estival William. You know,
but
Estival.
You know, say me, I know say you be the billionaire journalist.
Oh, I beg you.
Where I don't want $1 million from you today. But make me then you go bet phone. Anthony gets goal for this game inside.
You sure?
Anthony to score. Go
I
check.
beg, Anthony get goal for the game inside.
Anthony to score. It's software. Go check this thing top. It be 1.97. Anthony to score. It's kind of a brosi.
But you know, another thing I want to ask you. Jackson hasn't had any games in the last 2 games. A lot of rest.
Yeah.
He has a point to prove against this team.
Yes.
Do you think he'll be the surprise package for this game?
In a final, anything can happen. I would not be surprised if Chelsea actually take the lead. I will not be surprised because they are the better team. No. Regardless of the hate watching, regardless of the agenda, we all know that Chelsea is the better team. Yes, but we are hoping that the God of the underdogs that has existed throughout the whole season, Crystal Palace, Newcastle, Tottenham, will also favor Betis today. That's what we're saying. They are
wishing that the God of the underdogs will feature them. The game has started. 24 seconds on the clock. Chelsea 0, Real Betis 0. We'll be walking you through the game. But quickly, predictions before it gets into full swing.
Predictions. I'm predicting over 0.5 in the first half. Go to the stock exchange. Please open your SportyBet app and make sure over 0.5 first half. Make sure it's recorded and definitely you make some money off there. The Sporty Stock Exchange.
So Sporty Stock Exchange. I beg you, do have any investors in the building?
Where are my investors?
Do you have any investors?
Investors.
Hey, the investors, they're inside the building largely. As well as that, this is brought to you by Guinness. And Guinness is ensuring that you have an absolutely good time with Guinness Smooth as you enjoy the game. We are still here at the Gene Nelson Alcohol. If you're in your room, you can hear us. Kindly join us. Let's watch the game together. Let's have an absolutely good time. The game has started. It's Real Betis and Chelsea. So there's a disclaimer out there. So kindly take a quick look at that before we resume and get back into the game between Real Betis and Chelsea. Nana Kwame, quick predictions before we go into the game.
Well, like I already said, Chelsea is going to win this game. Hands down. We are not even going to go to it in extra time, no penalties. It's going to be a 2-0 win for Chelsea, straight up.
2-0 win. Who are the goal scorers for you?
Jackson to score, Kopama to score.
Jackson and Kopama.
Yeah.
I mean, Jackson has been out for a while. People say that he almost let Chelsea down.
Yeah.
But would this be an opportunity for him to prove himself in this game?
I think this is a chance for him to show us that he is not washed like a lot of Chelsea fans are saying. I mean, he almost cost us the season. Almost cost us Champions League football for next season. But I'm sure he'll come back with the mindset that he wants to prove that, yes, he can be what we say in Ghana, Kung Fu Dong Fu. You understand? He's going to make sure that Chelsea will win this trophy. And I think he owes Chelsea fans that. He owes us that. He needs to score a goal for us, help us win this game, and then we are Conference League winners.
Absolutely. So Chelsea fans are confident that they can be Conference League winners. We are joining the feed right there as well, where Chelsea look to go on the attack against Real Betis. But Philip Jorgensen will find Benoit Badiashile. If you can hear us, kindly join us right here on the basketball court. Gene Nelson, as we go through this fantastic game between Chelsea and Real Betis. Chelsea will look to build up very slowly, but Real Betis will press high. But what approach do you think Enzo Maresca should face this game with, Nana Kwame?
I think Betis will come in strong, and then Chelsea will need to be very, very, very careful with the kind of passes they string together in the back, and be very, very pinpoint with their passes. I mean, I see them trying to build from the back, and Betis are trying to press us high. So this is where our midfielders need to be very, very prompt, try to break in between the lines and get the ball to Jackson as soon as possible. Palmer should also be available and also be able to give in those passes that will get Jackson the goal.
Absolutely. But Real Betis themselves have not been that bad in the La Liga. They've had extra rest before this game, and they place very well on that table. I mean, should Chelsea be wary of especially the experience in that team, the likes of Isco, etc.?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is a team who fought their way to the final. I mean, once they're in the final, it means they're a good team. And Chelsea should be able to nullify their strength. Like you said, they have a lot of experience in there. There's the alleged GOAT in the team. That's Anthony. We all know he's a Manchester United reject. But he's not really, that good like that. I mean, that's what I think. But Chelsea should be wary of them. Isco is there. A few other players in there. Makambu is there, going to make sure that the Chelsea defenders suffer. But I think it's going to be a good game. Chelsea can nullify them because, I mean, we are Chelsea.
Also, Chelsea on the attack. They look for that flick on. But then again, Real Betis go on the attack. Can they hit Chelsea? Chelsea are defensive sevens. Ball goes into the box. A header. And it goes all the way up. And Anthony with the first threat. And Real Betis do have a lot of threats in their team. Should Chelsea be wary?
Of course, they need to be wary. I mean, this is a team, like I said, they are coming in with a lot of rest on their side. They are coming in with a lot of potential. Isco, who has a lot of European football experience. But I think Chelsea need a few minutes to just get into the game. Like I said, string a few good passes here and there. Get the ball to Kopama as soon as possible. And then just be calm on the ball. Don't panic. I mean, it's Betis. Betis are not really that good of a team.
Absolutely. And Real Betis are forcing Chelsea to play the long ball by pressing up high. So on the charge, on the right wing, can he find the ball into the box? He takes his man on. Ricardo Rodriguez will look to stop him. And can Cole Palmer make it into the ball? But how will Cole Palmer be to Chelsea in this game?
Like I said, this is somebody who hasn't really been in the best form since a few games back. But I think this is one. I'm saying this is one of the games that all the players need to come up strong. They need to show us that they are what we think they are. I mean, someone like Kopama like this, he has to come up and show that yes, he is the Kopama of last season who scored 20 plus goals and was like very, very crucial for the Chelsea team. So Kopama, yes, he has to show us that he is Kopama.
Absolutely. I mean, one of the key players for Chelsea this season as well has been Moises Caicedo. I mean, has he impressed? How good has he been?
He's been very, very good this season. I mean, if you see the kind of tackles, the kind of effort he put into his game, you can see that, this guy is really, 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 really doing very well. I think he's justified the price that we bought him. And I don't think anyone else anywhere will say that because he didn't win the trophy this season, he's not worth the price. So I think Moises Caicedo is going to be the big difference for Chelsea in this particular game.
Absolutely. Moises Caicedo will make a big difference for Chelsea. 6 minutes played. Chelsea players have an expressionless looks on their faces. Do they have what it takes to go there? Young Fosulabi is in the building as well. We would hear from him pretty quick shortly. He's just fresh off the course from Rwanda. Young Fosulabi, you are not a Chelsea fan. Who are you supporting tonight?
I'm not supporting anybody.
Why?
Because I'm not supporting anybody.
You don't mind who wins this game?
Yeah, I don't.
So you're not on that train that the likes of Kobe Perry, etc. are on?
At all. I mean, I just want to watch a really good football match. And yeah, it's a final. And finals always need to give us a really good game. And that's what I want to see. I don't think that I would wish anybody to lose or wish anybody to win. I mean, I don't mind.
But if you are put on the spot, I'll put you on the spot to make a preference. Who would you rather have win this game?
Oh, the best team will win.
No, I mean, who do you think the best team should be?
The best team should win.
Y'all doesn't want to commit. But how's Rwanda, man? You had a good time in Rwanda.
Good.
So Chelsea with the ball away up front is becoming a theme too much in this first half. They win it back in midfield. Real Betis are being very physical, but Chelsea will build as well going forward. But Ayamga is here as well. Ayamga, y'all don't want to admit who he supports, but I'm sure that you definitely support somebody. But Real Betis on the break. Ball goes all the way forward, but Chelsea would recover very easily. And there's a lot of tension just after 8 minutes. Who are you putting your heart out for?
I'm here on Hate Watch straight away. I'm supporting Real Betis to win this game. I know Chelsea are the favorite, but I'm just supporting Real Betis.
But why are you supporting Real Betis?
I think they have a nice jersey.
Oh, can you imagine? The man is supporting Real Betis,
of course,
because of their jersey.
Yeah.
Anyway, Chelsea would be looking for a free kick, but he is supporting Real Betis because of their jersey. Let's see, Real Betis get the opener.
What a goal!
Real Betis with the opening goal, and it's Ezanzui putting Real Betis ahead. Chelsea have it all to do. Eustace Niaku has just joined us. Eustace, are you surprised?
No, I'm not surprised at all. The dream is well and truly on Real Betis. I knew they'll start like a house on fire, and that's exactly what we see against Chelsea. Now, this will be a true test for this Chelsea team. Can they come back? 9 minutes gone in the first half, and an error. Of course, the high press once again. Ball is squared across, and a left footer, a grounder, a class of a goal for a final.
I mean, it has been coming because earlier on we realized that playing from the back, Chelsea were trying to do Woodhound, and Real Betis pressed them high a couple of times, won the ball, and it has been a theme we look forward to. When the lineups came out as well, the central defensive pairing caused a lot of chaos among Chelsea fans. Do you think Enzo Maresca should look for another way to play since Real Betis will press them high all game?
Well, this Chelsea defense, if not for anything, have been vulnerable all season. Badiashile and Chalobah always were suspect, were vulnerable, and the high press from Real Betis obviously paying off. I think Maresca will have to really dig deep to find a solution to this high press. But Real Betis, excellent tactics from Pellegrini, and a well-deserved goal after 10 minutes of relentless pressing.
Also, Pellegrini, I mean, Maresca is a man Pellegrini would know very well because they work together at West Ham. So you know his game plan inside out. Do you think that is more or less affecting the way Real Betis play? Chelsea with another error. This defensive pairing was bound to suffer, and suffering they are, because Real Betis are having an absolute field day against Chelsea. I mean, Badiashile should not have started this game. Here's a final. Put your best foot forward. Is this coming back to haunt Chelsea? The fact that they have not put their best foot forward.
Well, with regards to the team setup, you would definitely want to put your best defensive pairing forward in a final. Now, the reason why Chelsea is losing every second ball is because their center pairings, the defensive pairings are not able to take off the ball one time. They want to play from the back, you see, with this particular setup.
And even playing from the back, do you think they have the personnel to play from the back?
Exactly so.
I mean, Badiashile is not exactly a good passer.
So when they
neither is Shalom.
Yes. So when they fault, every second ball, Betis is winning every second ball. And that's how the goal was caused. Every time they lose the second ball after playing out and they can't play out from the back, then Betis has the advantage over them.
Absolutely. Betis have the advantage over Chelsea. Chelsea are still insisting on playing from the back. And Cole Palmer with the ball in the middle. And Betis are fighting for their lives. Chelsea will look for an equalizer immediately. Ball to Pedro Neto on the right side of the Chelsea attack. And that is a pass too much for Malo Gusto. And the stadium is full to the Raptors. The Betis fans are noisy. But do you think there's any way back for Chelsea in this game?
Well, I think it's going to be a long night for Chelsea because Pellegrini is an excellent tactician, and with a goal advantage, you would expect him to rebuff that defense. Real Betis are taking their turn to play out from the back. But, Kosi, I'll say that on paper, Chelsea seems to be playing forward at the back, but when they have the ball...
So Real Betis with the ball forward. Anthony, can he take his man on? He doesn't. He still holds on to the ball. Real Betis, Woody building to the attack. Can they find a second goal? Ball into the box and straight into the arms of Philip Jorgensen. Yes, carry on, Eustace.
Well, this is going to be a very tactical battle, and I think Maresca needs to sort out the game plan. They need to go route one because this Betis team doesn't look like they're going to allow them to breathe. They've been brave, and I think we have to give credit to
Betis
Pellegrini
win
for
the
this.
ball once again.
Yeah.
After Chelsea tried to play from the back, should Maresca just be stubborn and change his plan? Betis are looking for a second. A shot. Fantastic save from Philip Jorgensen. But Eustace, I mean, you do not do the same thing over and over again and expect different results. Is Maresca being very unusually stubborn?
Well, that is the caliber of game he's come up against, and he's a very stubborn character, as we've known all season, sticking to his game plan. But in a final like this, I think experience counts. Experience counts first and foremost.
So
And when
Betis
you
will look to
attack-
find the ball into the box. Isco, is he going to take his man on? Cross, edge of the box, a shot, and that is skewed over the ball. But you're talking about Betis winning all the second balls.
Yes.
And for all of us who are not even tactically astute,
Exactly.
we can see
Obviously.
that they have a game plan.
Exactly.
In the first minute or two of the game,
All right.
that game plan was evident.
Yes.
I mean, should Maresca do something different?
So I was watching a pre-match analysis before this particular game, and Enzo Maresca was giving dubs to his godfather in coaching, that's Manuel Pellegrini, and he spoke about how much he knew about the man, and he used it at his advantage. Unfortunately, it is being used against him right now. Now you are playing from the back in the final, and it's not working the first 15 minutes. You just have to tweak it a bit. Yeah, that's why you have the opportunity to be on the top line. You have the technical team who can tweak it a bit so that it works for you. As of now, it is not working. You have to be able to change it. Probably Chelsea should be able to take control of the ball a bit more.
So Noni Madueke into the
Straight
box.
some passes.
Chelsea are looking for a free kick.
Wow.
Moses Caicedo shoots. And then again,
second ball.
is won by
Every
Real
second
Betis.
ball.
But
Every
Chelsea
second
will
ball.
fight. And the referee says that's a free kick. But I mean, you look at, like I said, you look at the personnel. Badiashile,
Yes.
he doesn't have any pace.
No.
Chaloba is on the decline. I mean, then again, it begs the question once again.
Yes.
Why didn't you play your best pairing?
Well, the technical team will might tell you it is based on the training that they have had throughout the week leading to this particular game. But I am saying that is the reason why we have the opportunity of the technical bench. It's close to you. When you see first 15 minutes and it's not working out, if you have any things to do, you can tweak the formation or the strategy. Now, the best thing that Chelsea has to do right now is to calm down. They have to calm down. At this particular point in time, if you rush one equalizer, you receive another goal. Just calm down, string some passes around, try to get your tempo up, try to get some composure, get control of the game because you are the better side, you have the better players. With that, when they get the rhythm into the game, they can get an equalizer.
Absolutely, Robert Tees with a fantastic ball forward. But Badiashile, he finds Caicedo. Caicedo also finds Noni Madueke, who is playing unusually on the left side of attack. Enzo Fernandez. And also, as a matter of update, in the Unity Cup, Nigeria are leading by 2-0 against the Black Stars. Nigeria are leading by 2-0. After 28 minutes, is the Super Eagles 2, the Black Stars 0. And that game is still ongoing as well in England. Otto Addo decided to go with the second string. Betis in total control of this game. And Chelsea need to revise their nose. I use this. I mean, on the complexion of this, I mean, if you were Enzo Maresca, what would you be tweaking?
Well, definitely the game plan has to change because remember that Chelsea are now vulnerable to the counter-attack if Real Betis decide to stay back and contain Chelsea. But
that almost went through, but Kukurea read that. It's brought down, and the referee whistles for an infringement.
all right, so this is proudly brought to you by Guinness. We understand that there are prizes available. If you purchase 2 bottles of Guinness, you stand to win some great prizes, and also some prediction scorecards are going round. If you predict the score correctly, you would also stand a chance to win some instant prizes. So don't just watch the game, enjoy Guinness Smooth because it's proudly brought to you by Guinness.
Absolutely, Chelsea on the attack once again. Cole Palmer, he looks for Nicholas Jackson. He dilly-dallies on the ball, goes back to Malo Gusto. Malo Gusto to Cole Palmer. I mean, Chelsea would look to keep it going. Cole Palmer on the edge of the box. He has been shackled. He finds Mark Cucurella, who takes it all the way back. And you look at the game plan of Real Betis. When they are not in possession, everybody is behind the ball.
Very well drilled side. You can tell from the formation that they really came with a game plan. They've given Chelsea all the respect. They've withdrawn into their various positions. They are marking zonally. And Chelsea can't seem to find any headway going forward. I think Nicholas Jackson will be more of a passenger. Cole Palmer will have to drop deep and work some magic. And they really need a response as soon as possible before Real Betis go on the charge again.
Absolutely. Pedro Neto finds the Chelsea are currently coming in the half of Real Betis. Moses Caicedo, he will look to thread one through. He does, but it's an absolutely horrible pass. And Pedro Neto finds a way to keep it in. That looked like he was out, but the referee still says no. Ball to Benoit Badiashile. He looks to find Noni Madueke. Noni Madueke, can he take his man on? He goes back to Mark Cucurella. Chelsea are being very patient. And like you said, they should be patient.
Yes, it's a game of just strategies. Play into your rhythm, play into your best form. Just slowly grow into the game because you have been shocked in the first 10 minutes. You need to calm down, slowly grow into the game. It's a final. Anything can happen. You need to get your rhythm, get your composure, get your best foot forward, win all the second balls. You see, now they are winning most of the second balls.
So Benoit Badiashile, some way, somehow, managed to win that ball.
Yes.
It's not characteristic of him because he has no pace whatsoever. But Anthony, would you take him back at Man United, Eustace?
Personally, I would not because the system is different. We have to say relativity counts. And when you look at what Ruben Amorim is trying to do, Anthony slotting as a wing back, big question. But I do think he's found his level at Real Betis and he's performing superbly for them.
So Moses Caicedo finds Cole Palmer. Chelsea on the attack. Pedro Neto on the right. Can he take Ricardo Rodriguez on? Ball into the box. Can Chelsea find a header? But first head to the ball is a Real Betis head. And Chukwunonso Madueke on the ball once again. Moses Caicedo once again. Chelsea have had a lion's share of the ball. And you expect that since Real Betis have taken the lead, Eustace.
Well, definitely you expect Chelsea to find that response. They are trying to create those channels. But I don't think they've been brave enough. They need to probably shoot from outside because Real Betis go very, very deep when they are on the defensive. Moses Caicedo coming up front and leaving huge gaps.
So Real Betis on the attack. Chelsea need to regroup. Anthony on the right side of attack. And Real Betis are looking to frustrate Chelsea now by keeping possession. There are a lot of Real Betis fans in the building. Real Betis on the attack once again. Can they find a second ball into the box? Chelsea could concede once again. A shot. And that should have been at the back of the net. How did he miss that, Eustace? How did he miss that?
Kick. Look, this is absolutely atrocious. For a game of this magnitude, you would expect that at least he would work the goalkeeper. Manuel Pellegrini, he's just smiling because that was a glorious opportunity. He sells himself to the tackle, and I think there was enough space for probably one more dribble before the shot, but that was a very horrendous miss. I think it took a deflection because we have a corner kick to Real Betis.
A corner kick to Real Betis. Can they find that very crucial second goal? Ball crossed into the box. Chelsea will head out. 20 minutes played. Real Betis 1, Chelsea 0. Goal came in the 8th minute, and that was a nutmeg. And Chelsea would look to gather, and that's a free kick. It's a free kick to Chelsea. But then again, are you surprised at how the game has gone so far?
Well, I'm not surprised. Obviously, I said it was the year of the underdogs. Definitely, Real Betis being the underdogs, they came to the game very, very strong, very, very head-on, very, very focused, with a game plan that they knew what they were about to do. When they lose the ball, they are all behind the ball. When they are on the attack, they are all behind the ball as well. And then going for one particular straight pass. They don't really do a lot of positional passes. They just do the transition pass, one long one to either Cardoso or Anthony, and then definitely they are looking for the middleman to make the actual strikes count. When it comes to this particular game, I like the way they are all behind the ball. They're just studying, watching everything that Chelsea is doing, and then countering them and winning the second balls as well.
Absolutely. Chelsea need to find a goal. Can they find it with pass on the pitch? So far, they've had no meaning. Real Betis are holding their own. They are still pressing up high. And Chelsea would not learn. They would keep playing from the back. Ball to Mark Cucurella. Is he going to be able to find somebody forward? But Real Betis have formed a bank of 4. And they are pressing Chelsea very high. And Chelsea need to find a way past the press. Ball goes forward. Cole Palmer will look to find a header, but he doesn't. And Real Betis win the second balls. And they are looking to outnumber Chelsea everywhere. Absolutely fantastic piece of skill from Real Betis. And Moses Caicedo will win that, but the referee says no. As Azuli is brought down. But Eustace, what are things looking like on the Sporty Stock Exchange?
Well, if you don't have the Sporty Bet app, this is the best time to download it. It's getting very interesting on the platform. Real Betis with a 1-goal lead still have a great odd of 2.20. That is 220% of your stake as profit. If you think Chelsea will be able to come back after 90 minutes, we are looking at 3.20. If you think this game will end in a draw after 90 minutes, we are looking at 3.60. Lots of options when you click on that particular game. If you think there'll be 3 goals or more, we are looking at very, very feasible 1.32. Lots of options. Next goal, anytime goal scorer, home win or draw, away win or draw. Real Betis number of goals, number of corner kicks. Sporty Bet just gives you all the right options on the app. If you don't have it, this is the best time to get onto it. And so Chelsea back in possession. Moises Caicedo fighting in the engine room together with, oh wow, Enzo Fernandez. But I think they are too far apart, because if you ask me, I think the gap, the communication between that midfield duo is very, very wide. And they are a bit detached also from the back three that Chelsea have deployed. Marco Cucurella likes to make those insurgent runs and hasn't been able to get any of the forward players. Nicolas Jackson and Noni Madueke have been very, very blunt, to say the least.
Absolutely. Chelsea on the ball. Benoit Badiashile, who has come under a lot of criticism. Marco Cucurella finds Noni Madueke. Noni Madueke looks to take his man on, comes infield, takes it back to Benoit Badiashile, who finds Malo Gusto, who's brought down. Chelsea, 24 minutes played, and Isco has been everywhere. I mean, he's won the ball, he's played a box-to-box. I mean, terrific player, employing his experience.
What I see is the setup.
So Chelsea give the ball away again in the middle of the park, and Real Betis will break. They are targeting the left side of that, the right side of that central defense. They raise their hands, and absolutely terrible defending from Chelsea. Absolutely horrible defending. And ball goes forward. Can Nicolas Jackson take his man on? He does, but fantastic defending from Real Betis. Who would clear? And the goalkeeper would take that. But Nicolas Jackson was left isolated, and Real Betis will thank their stars.
Well, so if you see, when on the attack, they're actually using a left wing where Cardozo is, and Malo Gusto is not being able to man him boot for boot. He's beating him every second, every time the ball goes to the left wing. Malo Gusto is not able to man Cardozo on that particular side. And obviously, Anthony is also having a good game as well. The 3-4-3 transitions into a 3-5-3 when Real Betis is on the defense, and when you're on the attack, definitely they pull all their men forward as well.
Absolutely, they pull all their men forward. Chelsea have it all to do now. They were on the cusp of history, but now it looks like this Real Betis team came to complete the narrative as the year of the underdog. A lot of people predicted that Real Betis will go and win this. They have a lot of experience in their squad. In fact, Eustace, they've got players in that squad who have won major trophies. Would that be the trump card for them?
Of course, I think that gives them a slight advantage. And I said before this game that as a team, I think they played much more of a unit than Chelsea. Isco in the middle of that pitch has been phenomenal for them. He's been the orchestrator of all the attacks coming back. He's that link-up man, and he's been everywhere. I think the best player on the pitch by far, if you look at the rating so far. The goal was good, but I think after that Chelsea have recovered a bit. They've tried to find a way, but Anthony, you'd always think he has something under his sleeve. He's looking like a man on a mission. Hasn't gotten that goal or assist as we know him to have done for Real Betis all season long. But let's see how it goes. Chelsea are on the offensive again. Here's Moises Caicedo spreading the ball wide to the left. Noni Madueke, can he get the cross in? He's being double marked. There's no run. He can't use anybody as a decoy. He's held up and has to go backwards, I believe. That's exactly what he does to Marc Cucurella, who comes infield again. Badiashile spreads it wide. Chelsea trying to use the other flank. No room available. Real Betis, very, very disciplined defending. But this is turning out to be a great game. I think Betis have that. And that is a loose ball, but goalkeeper is out. Sweeper keeper hits it long. and Chelsea will recycle their possession
Absolutely.
once again.
And like I said, the experience in that team, you look at even their goalkeeper, Adrian, incredibly experienced. Isco, Cedric Bakambu. They've got very good, even as Azui, etc. Ricardo Rodriguez. All these are Pablo Fornals. Very experienced players. And now they have to show that experience against a young Chelsea team. But if Chelsea goes on to lose this, what would it say of this young team? Learn and come back again later? Or perhaps not a season well crowned?
Well, it's been a season full of mistakes. They've lacked consistency for a large part of it. And I think they're coming up against a team who is very experienced, like you rightly mentioned. And they are going to find it difficult because Real Betis, I think most importantly, are leaving no loopholes in that rear guard. They are currently playing the high line, trying to win the ball, turn it over. But here's Enzo Fernandez, captain of the side. The ball
goes into the box. Nicholas Jackson.
A poor first
and
touch
he
again.
should have done a lot better. He's come under a lot of criticism for not being an out-and-out striker. And this begets the question. Should Chelsea go into the market to find a new striker?
Most definitely. We all know the story of Nicholas Jackson. He was not a Chelsea first pick. He was not a first draft for Chelsea. He was actually on his way to Bournemouth, filled the medical, and Chelsea just looped in and got him. He showed some interest, or he showed some urgency. He showed some promise in front during the season, but it got to a point it was not consistent. And we all know that when you're playing for Chelsea as a number 9, trust me, you need to be on point at every point in time. And Nicholas Jackson is not on point at every point in time. The consistency is not there. Definitely Chelsea would need to go into the market.
But if they go into the market, who should they find?
Well, the Chelsea fans are pushing for maxed men. They either want the max man from Africa or the max man from, I think, Victor Gyökeres.
So Chelsea gives the ball away again. There's Azuri on the left. He takes on Malo Gasto. Ball goes into the box. And they almost get a second. Side netting. And this Chelsea defense, Eustace, is being ripped apart at every opportunity.
Well, they've looked vulnerable from the start. Half an hour gone in the game, and they still look vulnerable. You would have thought that they would have settled down after some time. But excellent recovery from Gusto there. That would have been a very dangerous ball because there was an attacker lurking around the penalty spot. Betis have looked really promising. They've looked the more dangerous of the two sides.
So ball on the edge of the box. Isco takes his man on. And can Chelsea clear? They don't. And finally, they find an opportunity to. Cole Palmer looks to charge a counter. Noni Madueke. Can he keep going? And he looks to find Malo Gasto, who's on. But terrible decision making. Terrible decision making from Noni Madueke. He should have done better with that, Eustace.
Of course, that was an opportunity for a counter attack. You don't get Betis.
Cole Palmer ball into the box. And Betis clear. And they are winning all the area balls. Yes, carry on.
That was one of the few moments where you had Real Betis out of shape. And I think Chelsea should have been quicker on that counter-attacking opportunity. But then again, Madueke, wrong decision. That's been the case for him all season long. I don't think he's had that final product we've been expecting for him. But here's Chelsea with possession again. They actually lead with the possession statistic. What have they done with it is the bigger question we should ask. But hey, it's a final, and you never know. That individual moment of brilliance could come to bear.
So Pedro Neto, ball goes across, back to Chokunonso. Madueke works his way into the box, but he's unable to take anybody, and he wins a corner for Chelsea. But he's actually playing out of position. He normally would play on the right, but he's playing on the left. Yes. Is that a reason why?
Well, Enzo Maresca, I think, knows better. But I think if you want to unleash the full potential of Madueke, that position doesn't look like it's going to help him tonight. This is a final. You need to get your best players in their best positions. Unnecessary tweaking sometimes, a bit of overthinking can get you in terrible positions. As we've seen, this Real Betis team will fight for every single ball, and there they win the goal kick.
Absolutely.
To start the play again.
So Enzo Maresca sits on the bench. Looks very forlorn. You don't want to look like that if your team is down. But we look at that goal again. Real Betis won the ball in midfield, split the defense apart, and as Lazuri put it at the back of the net. Absolutely no chance. Chelsea literally gave this goal away. But ever since, they seem to have recovered.
Yes. So as I was saying earlier, they are slowly building their rhythm, slowly getting control of the game, and definitely stringing passes together. And with a bit of luck or a stroke of luck, definitely they would be able to equalize. But with regards to the Noni Madueke and Pablo Neto getting involved in the game on the wings. With regards to Noni Madueke not being on his favorite side, I think it is kind of causing Chelsea when they go on the attack, because definitely if Noni Madueke was on the right side, definitely you would see more of him. On the left side, he's not that prime. He's not very, very comfortable in that particular position. It was normally him being on the right, and then if it doesn't work out, Pablo Neto would come in. But now they have Pablo Neto and Noni Madueke both in the game, and this is not making Raskuku or Cucurella being able to do the overlapping that he's normally used to doing or has done throughout this particular tournament, and that is what is causing Chelsea on this particular side. I think Jackson has quite been down in this particular game. He has not been evident at all, and then that is what is causing Chelsea in this particular game.
Absolutely. Eustace, Chelsea's attack has been very blunt. They've barely put 2 or 3 passes together in the final third. Should they look at maybe shooting outside the box or anything like that?
Well, that should be one of their options, because this Chelsea attack usually thrives on pace. Betis have given no spaces tonight. Very, very few opportunities to have a run behind that defensive guard. Well, without pace, Madueke is ineffective. I think probably the only direct player they have is Pedro Neto. And the system has actually left Nicholas Jackson very, very isolated. He's not physical enough. He can't win those duels. The overhead through passes don't seem to get to him. He's bullied at every opportunity. I think Maresca will have to figure out a different pathway to get a goal, because with the system that Betis are playing, he can't get his fullbacks in there. When he decides to get Cucurella up front, you can see that he's halted at every opportunity. The danger of the counter-attack looms, and so they are being very, very cautious with those attacks. But Chelsea have the ball again. Harmless possession once again it is. Badiashile is spreading the ball wide. It goes again to the right side. Cole Palmer having to drop deep. He hasn't functioned effectively as the playmaker tonight, if you ask me, because they've been very, very tight.
So ball goes forward. Can Chelsea find anything from this? Ball goes back to Pedro Neto. You look to work one into the box, and he shoots. And is that a goal kick? And Enzo Maresca says getting to these positions a lot more. 34 minutes played, and Chelsea are looking pedestrian as the game goes on.
Well, as I was talking about the overlapping from Cucurella, which is not possible at this point in time. I just saw Malo Gusto do an overlap over Pablo Neto to be able to get into that particular space and then send the ball back to Neto, but he definitely skied that one. The attack has been very, very blunt, as you are saying. Cole Palmer is not having one of his days, and that is definitely affecting the team. Enzo Maresca and Caicedo are putting it together on the defensive, not the attack, and so they are definitely not in tune for this particular win. And this particular first half, I think when they go for the break, Enzo Maresca will have to work out some magic, tweak the strategy, and then let's see what they have to find the second half.
Absolutely, Enzo Maresca will need to tweak something. Real Betis taking no chances. They launch a long one forward, but still managed to win the second ball. They've got more height in their team. Isco, what a performance he has put out in this game. Ricardo Rodriguez on the left side. 35 minutes played. Eustace, what are things looking like on the football stock exchange? And for those who want to invest, what should they look to do?
Well, on the football stock exchange, it's really, really interesting for this particular one. So far, we've played 36 minutes. And if you think Real Betis will win, incredibly, the odd is still at 2.0. It's an opportunity to double your stake. If you think Chelsea will come back after 90 minutes, we are looking at 3.80. And to win the final, whether by penalties through extra time, Real Betis, who are in the lead, stand at 1.60. Chelsea are 2.30. If you think there will be 3 goals, you have a chance to get a 50% increment on your stake. But here come Real Betis once again. They are on the attack on that Chelsea right side. They have not been able to make any incursions yet. And I think they've been a bit cautious since they got the first goal. Don't want to overcommit. Manuel Pellegrini is firmly in charge of this one. And I think tactically, those are the right decisions. Chelsea look shaky every single time the ball is played.
Absolutely. Winston Michaels has joined us. Winston, what have you made of Chelsea's game so far? And are you surprised that they are goal down?
I'm actually not surprised because if you're a true Chelsea fan, the moment you saw the lineup, you knew exactly what was coming. Nobody in their right mind starts Badiashile over Reece James in a final. And nobody ever starts Badiashile in a back line.
Even in a Carabao Cup,
Not even
third
in a
round, you didn't
Carabao-
start him.
Not even in a Carabao Cup. So, I mean, Enzo Maresca has a habit of making easy things hard. And that's exactly where he finds himself right now. They are not playing any single thing here. It would take a miracle to get Chelsea back in this game.
But if anybody is to get them back, who's the brightest spark for you?
That should be Pedro Neto if you ask me, but he's been quiet. Moise Caicedo.
Ball into the box, Cole Palmer, and Real Betis defenders who clear, but ball to the edge. And is that a free kick? The referee says no, play on. Chelsea will look to get something in before the halftime whistle. 38 minutes played. Chelsea on the attack, Real Betis on the cush. But I mean, back to you, Winston Michaels. You look at how Enzo Maresca is playing, and it's looking very unlikely for Chelsea to make incursions if he continues playing this way. What should he change?
Well, if I had my way, I would correct the mistake of starting Gusto and take him at halftime. That's what I would correct. But at the end of the day, you don't know what Enzo Maresca is going to do. He's probably going to leave it that way. Right now, he needs a goal, basically. And this team is very resilient. I don't understand why Enzo Maresca, who learned his trade under Manuel Pellegrini, made it so easy for his teacher to just discipline him like this. It's just baffling to me that you'd make such a rookie mistake. You clearly are a rookie. And you showed it today that you are the biggest rookie in the world, because who makes this kind of silly mistake in a final? It's just baffling to me. Honestly, I feel like if something's going to happen, he's going to have to change the way he's playing, because Pellegrini knows him all too well. And he set up quite brilliantly for him. At the end of the day, you made the wrong guy get the first goal. He can play this way till we end.
But I mean, does this worry you with Chelsea going into elite European competition, that you have a man at the helm who will just play the way he wants irrespective?
It is worrying. If you ask any Chelsea fan, I think they would agree that when we are getting rid of the dead wood in the summer, Maresca probably should be the first one out, because you can't have a sentimental coach lead a team like Chelsea, because you need to make ruthless decisions. You don't make sentimental decisions and say, oh, but they are still played most of the Conference League, so he starts in the final. Or Gusto played, so he start. You don't make such a rookie error.
And Gusto's side of the pitch is getting very exposed.
Exactly.
I mean, that's where
And that shows.
that foul has been committed now.
They're having a lot of joy because he's the weakest link, and they've
Obviously.
identified that he's the weakest link. This is so easy. Listen, we are not coaches here, but you can ask any Chelsea fan before the first minute. They will tell you where the weakest link is. And that's what Pellegrini has discovered, and that's what he's taking advantage of.
So Real Betis have a free kick in a very dangerous position. And if they manage to get this in, Chelsea will need a miracle of some sort to try and get anything from this particular game. So we are live on Facebook as well, Sporty FM. We are live on YouTube, and we are live on X. Remember, this is proudly to you by Guinness. Guinness ensures that your football experience is smooth. Guinness smooth. So you can follow us and watch along from home or wherever you are on campus. If you're on campus and you want to join us as well, you can. So Real Betis with an opportunity. Ball. Can they get a second? Chelsea clear. Chile will look to build up. But that's a horrible pass. It will take a miracle for Pedro. And the Betis players seem very confident.
Exactly. When you're on the underdog and everything is going for you, definitely you are head on, you are edged on, you have all the momentum. Yes, they are the underdogs against Chelsea. You are seeking to complete a European treble. So definitely you are the upper hand. You are the upper hand. They are the underdogs, and definitely they are edged on by the underdog spirits. So definitely they are going to win this particular game.
Awesome. 4 minutes. Chelsea have it all to do. Nothing. 0 shots on target. Can Chelsea find anything? Sweeping from Adrian. His experience. And Nicholas Jackson has been anonymous in this game, Eustace. He's had a breast coming. But he's done absolutely nothing.
Well, because I think it will be very, very harsh to blame Nicholas Jackson for this system failure, as I'd put it. He's not physical enough. He's not that player who will give you that physical presence. He can't battle it out. He's been bullied all over the pitch, and he doesn't have any help at all. Cole Palmer has had to drop deep to get any of the ball. And you look at the complexion of this Chelsea side, they don't look like they are up for it. It's the final. You need to have a big, big appetite, attack on all fronts. It's not just Nicholas Jackson. You have Pedro Neto on the flank, as well as Noni Madueke, who have all been very, very blunt. I don't think the blame goes only to Nicholas Jackson.
Betis on the attack. Anthony. Marco Kurela. Marco Kurela will go. Anthony looks to take on it. Anthony, can he find anybody? And Marco Kurela, terrific defending. Betis have lost it. And they are fighting for every ball. Pressing like their lives depended on it. And Caicedo finds the ball through. Can Chelsea find something before the halftime? I mean, what kind of psychological boost would that be? And do you think it's possible?
If Chelsea find an answer at halftime? Before halftime? I honestly don't see where they will find the answer, because they've been playing the exact same way. And again, if the answer is going to come through, it's going to come from second half. There's going to be something that needs to be done in the dressing room. There has to be a tactical change, a formation change, and there has to be a personnel change. All three of these things have to happen simultaneously for Chelsea to even have a chance in the second half.
Absolutely. For Chelsea to have a chance, they have to be very drastic changes. 1 minute to half time. Marco Kurela, a ball goes forward, and Real Betis will clear and win the second ball once again. Chelsea have been torn apart. Malo Gusto's side is being used. They've targeted that side.
Obviously. So it's working. It's a game plan and it's working. So why change it? Their game plan is working for them. So definitely they don't want to change it. Betis came into the game with a game plan, and the game plan is working for them. Definitely, they don't need to tweak it. I just see that Neto and Noni Madueke has been able to switch sides, because definitely it's not favoring them. And so Noni Madueke has gone to the right side, and Neto has switched to the left side. And I think it is helping the attack now. I don't know why they didn't do this earlier in the game.
So Enzo, can he find a pass? He finds a pass. Nicholas Jackson to Marco Kurela, all the way to Pedro Neto. He finds Enzo Fernandez, and that will be a corner, and have an opportunity. And I'll jump up. You are a Chelsea fan, disappointed with the run of events.
Well, I don't think I'm disappointed. I mean, there's comeback, so I still believe in comeback.
I mean, Chelsea don't look like it takes to come back. What do you think it will take?
Well, I think in the second half they are going. I think coach is going to talk, and then they come back stronger. Yeah.
Ball into the box, corner, and Real Betis defend very well. Chelsea will look to restart. Real Betis will look to hit them on the counter. That is a long. There's only 1 minute of added time, and in a few seconds, the whistle will go. I mean, how would you rate the tactical display by Manuel Pellegrini?
Obviously, I'll rate him over 80%. Definitely over an 80%, because he stuck to his game plan. It's working for him, and there's no need to change it. And definitely working for him.
Absolutely. This is brought to you by Guinness. Remember, they make your football viewing experience really smooth as Guinness. Chelsea are looking for something before the halftime break. But Real Betis will be because it is halftime in Poland. And Chelsea are trailing 1-0. Betis got that crucial goal. Before we go, Winston Michaels, what have you made of this first half?
I think it's been expected. Honestly, if you saw the lineup and you saw the reaction to the lineup on social media, everybody seems to know what would happen, except for Maresca. He's the only one who didn't know what was coming. Every single Chelsea fan from here to Poland knew what was going to happen, and exactly that, our biggest fear has happened, because this Betis team, clearly, as you can see, the way they are playing, they have no plan of going forward after that goal. Why should they? They are up ahead, and the way that they are playing, you Chelsea have to do extra to try and get back into this game. Why should they come at you? So at the end of the day, their game plan has worked to a T. Chelsea now are going to be scrambling, and guess what? a desperate team will make mistakes because you are desperate, and they put you in a desperate situation. So now, how do you come out of it? I don't see how they come back from this. It will take a Herculean effort for them to come back into this in the second half.
Would you say that as a result of actions from EPL final day, Scott felt there was some fatigue of the likes of Levi Colwill, likes of Tosin Aderabioyo? Would you say that informed decision?
Obviously, you can justify it based on that. But listen, Chelsea are done with the season. There's no more games to play. You can't tell me that if Levi Colwill tells you I can sacrifice 90 minutes, you won't give it to him. After this, you probably give him maybe a week, 2 weeks to recover. So what's it to you that a player needs to be rested after such an arduous journey? If he tells you he's ready to go, you need to trust that player because he's your best option. You don't start a weaker side just for the sake of you are resting players because of fatigue issues. If the player tells you he's willing to go and he's ready, and your player is in form, he plays. You do not bench him. No matter what, you do not bench him. It's just a rookie move. It's such a rookie mistake. Because at the end of the day, after this game, what are Chelsea going to play? When does the Club World Cup start? It doesn't start for another 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So what exactly are they going to be doing in that 3 weeks?
Well, I mean, you feel Chelsea have what it takes. But then again, like I asked you, it doesn't look like they are going to come back. Which players are you looking forward to coming on? Dynamic of things.
I think in the second games to come change their defense setup, some balls in for our strikers to get. Yeah. So I'm looking at Rich James in the second. Coming with some energy. Yeah.
Absolutely. To see Rich James, and as a matter, it's halftime in that game, and Nigeria in the Cup, and it's currently 2-0 to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So they lead 2-0. But Eustace, going into the second half, what should people look to do on the Sporty Bet app?
Well, the options are unlimited, if I should say. The options are very, very unlimited. The option of goals is glaring. Look, Real Betis are in front. They are leading by a goal to nil, and they still have that odd of 1.95. I think if you are a punter, this is the time to double your stake. They have a goal advantage. I think they probably have another goal in them. This looks like a 2-0, 2-1 victory for them. That is if Chelsea are able to come back. But if you think there'll be 3 goals or more, that is at 1.70, a 70% increase on your stake. And if you think there will be even more goals, 4 more goals gives you 3.10. My advice generally is to stick to a Real Betis victory, because on the back of what we've seen in the first half, that dominant display, that well-drilled side, very, very oiled engine, they are looking really, really good. Isco in the middle of that pitch is dictating the tempo. He knows when to attack, when to get the accelerator down. He knows when to defend. He's that link up between the midfield and the defense as well. Very, very intelligent, experienced play from Isco. I'm looking at the 3-man midfield Betis have deployed. Fornals in there. I think he's given a good run, put in a good shift tonight. Bakambu has not been as lethal as I thought he would be. I thought he would have scored a goal or 2 by now. But on the other side of the battle line, Nicholas Jackson, who is currently one of the poorest rated Chelsea players. And you can't fault him too much because the system has been very, very, very unproductive, if that is the word to use. Moise Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez have tried. I think they've been too far apart. One decides to stay, one decides to go. They are not getting the timing right, so they are leaving the rear guard very, very vulnerable to the counter-attack. This looks like a game where Maresca must probably switch the whole system, like Winston said. He must switch the whole system and probably go 4-4-2 because they are outnumbered in the middle of the pitch. They don't have that room to shoot. And at the same time, Real Betis are not allowing them any room to penetrate that defensive unit. This is a game of tactics. It's going to be a game of chess. And I think the superior tactician in this one will be Manuel Pellegrini. If you have the guts, go onto the Sporty Bet app and go for a Real Betis victory. I think there's still enough time to double your stake. 100 CDs gives you 200, 1,000 gives you 2,000. Whichever direction you look at it from, Real Betis look at the moment like they are winning.
Absolutely. So we'll take a break, crossover to the other side, and we'll be back with the second half right here at the G. Nelson Hall at the University of Ghana.
It is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Asusa Supporters Unions, are we around? Against your so say yeah. So as we speak, it's halftime and Real Betis is leading by 1 goal to no. Goal scored by Azabdi. This is the halftime show brought to you by DJ Sparrow and MCNK. And for the meantime, if you want any Guinness products, just move to the stands right there on the left side of the court. If you want a cocktail, if you want Guinness, if you want anything, sample, if you want to buy, just move to the left side of the court and you got you. So DJ Sparrow, give us something nice for today. Hey. Whoa. Get them. your drinks. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back and we are streaming live on Sporty FM, Sporty TV, and we are also sponsored by Guinness too. Guinness Smooth. It is for the new people that want to join the family. So if you want to join the Guinness family, Guinness Smooth is the perfect one for you. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you dare at the back touchdown, come around because sooner or later the second half will begin. As we speak, Betis is leading by 1 goal and Chelsea is trailing behind. There's a boys versus men affair in the first half, and I'm afraid the boys need their mothers. They need some breast. Ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea is trailing and I'm very happy. Wherever you dare at the back, calm down right now. Calm down right now. The second half is about to begin. I can see Rich James, the main captain for the day, touching down on the pitch. Let me hand over to the Sporty team so they make things easier. The General.
Thank you very much, boss. So we are still live on Sporty FM, 106.1 megahertz inside Accra. And Enzo Maresca has made the change that everybody was calling for. Winston Michaels said he correct his mistake, but would a mistake come back to haunt him? Too late.
It may be too late, but if anything is to happen for Chelsea, it will definitely rest on Reece James. And everybody knows on his day, Reece James is the absolute best in the world. So let's see if this one pays off. It may be too late, but at least he's recognized his mistakes, which is shocking to me because, like I said, none of us are coaches, but every Chelsea fan from here to Poland knew the mistake before we even started this game. It took Maresca 45 minutes to recognize it, which is the worst thing. But now we're behind, so now we have to come from behind.
Absolutely, yeah. So second half about to start. But remember that the party is not over when the game is over. So if Chelsea wins, the Chelsea fans will stay and have a party. If Betis wins, the ASU people in the building will also stay and have a party. It's going to be a Guinness party all through. There are more ASU people in the building. But Winston, Kobe Perry, do you see any way back for Chelsea in this one?
Well, definitely. As you were saying earlier, when Chelsea conceded the goal, we said that we are not that technically astute, but you could all see that Gusto was a nip in the bud. So you had to nip him out, and he has been nipped out. Definitely, they'll have a better strategy.
So Pellegrini has also responded. He's also taking off Ricardo Rodriguez and brought in Romain Perrault after the James came on. So he's brought in somebody to come and limit the runs of Rich James, considering the fact that Ricardo Rodriguez is a bit old. But I mean, boot for boot.
Obviously, that's the mark of a great coach. You know, it's a chess game. If somebody makes a move, you counter it. But honestly, I'm not even worried about whoever he has brought into this game because Real Betis is made up of 2 players. The rest of the players are just soldiers who are willing to put their bodies on the line to get a result done. And that's basically what it is with Real Betis. So if right now, what I'm happy about is Reece James allows Caicedo to man-mark Isco because you cannot have Isco having the time of his life in the midfield there and just doing whatever he likes there. So once Caicedo presses up on Isco, hopefully this game will begin to change.
Absolutely. So we do hope that this game changes. Chelsea have 45 minutes, pull something out to the bag. Does this young team have what it takes? Can they make history? But first of all, they need to at least create a chance and get a goal. Remember, we are live on Facebook, we are live on X, we are live on YouTube, and we are live on Sporty FM from the University of Ghana. So if you're listening to us in and around the University of Ghana, you can join us at the Gene Nelson Hall. Let's have a Guinness time together. Pedro Neto with the ball forward. Is that a foul? The referee says no. It's a physical battle. And Real Betis will look to hoof that one forward. And Benoit Badiashile will clear. Ball in the midfield to Moses Caicedo. He finds Nicolas Jackson. Nicolas Jackson also finds Enzo Fernandez, who goes all the way to Noni Madueke. Back to Noni Madueke. He will look to make incursions into the box. Chelsea have started brightly. Can they find that all-important equalizer? Ball goes to the right. Noni Madueke will look to take his man on. He's working his way back. Mark Cucurella back to Benoit Badiashile. Badiashile to Reece James. Back to Badiashile. Reece James in the center of the park. He finds Chaloba. Chaloba also finds Pedro Neto. Reece James ball into the box. Can he find a header? But this is what Chelsea missed in the first half. Winston Michaels.
Exactly. I mean, you can tell immediately off the back what Reece James brings to this team right here. And yeah, unfortunately, he only has 45 minutes to show that. If he had started from the beginning, it would have been an entirely different story. But let's see what he does. Like I said, Reece James on his day, there are not many right backs in the world that can match up to him.
Absolutely. So Reece James on his day is one of the best in his position, and he wins a foul for Chelsea. And immediately, Reece James' impact is being felt in this game.
Obviously, that experience he has amassed as playing as a right back or a right wing is enormous, and you need such players in the final. I don't know how you can get it wrong as a manager for Chelsea. I don't know how you can get it wrong. And immediately, it's just 3 minutes into the second half, and it's showing, clearly showing.
And aside that ability as well, he's played in a major European final that he has won. I mean, we started him. Even if he can give you a good 45 minutes in which you're...
Absolutely. You don't have a fit Reece James in your squad and put him on the bench. It's almost a sackable offense to start Gusto over Reece James. And now he has paid the price for it. Betis are up 1-0, and here we are. Now Reece James has to come up with even more effort than it would have taken him if it was 0-0.
Absolutely. Chelsea have it all to do now. And Betis are looking to continue the game. Their game plan seems a very simple one. Just go out there, get one goal, sit back, and hit them on the counter. But it will take something special to break them down. And do you think Chelsea have that thing special?
Well, that's what Winston hinted earlier, that they have two quality players and the rest of them are just soldiers. They have the appetite to win. They want it more than Chelsea. And that's what they are doing. They are ready to put their bodies on the line, literally put their bodies on the line.
So ball goes forward to Nicholas Jackson, who is onside. Can he take his man on? And ball into the box, and nobody, absolutely nobody's there. And Jackson wasted that. But Jackson should be sharper, shouldn't he?
Well, he hasn't played for the last couple of games. So it's shocking that, at the end of the day, a lot of people expected that Nicholas Jackson would start because he's the only striker option available to us. But with me, if you had asked me, I wouldn't have started Nicholas Jackson in this game because his head is not on straight, and clearly you could see how he suffered in the first half. At the end of the day, you had a system that has worked for you the last 5 games. You look at Chelsea's last 5 games when Nicholas Jackson has been out. We've grinded our wins. We've played with a false 9 system. Why change a system that has worked for you? That's the question you have to ask Enzo Maresca.
So Real Betis will press again, and they almost win the ball. But I mean, if Enzo Maresca persists with playing from the back, he keep getting pressed, and we've seen that again where Chelsea keep constantly getting pressed. Should he not find an alternative way to play?
He should find an alternative way to play. That's the mark of a great coach, because at the end of the day, if you play the same way and the coach has figured you out, he's definitely not going to give you opportunities to be effective with the kind of strategy that you've put up. So you have to be dynamic. You have to change things. And it's a cup final. I don't know when he's waiting to be dynamic, but he needs to be a bit more direct. And the urgency needs to pick up. Chelsea are behind. They're playing like a 0-0.
And Nicholas Jackson has just conceded a needless free kick. 5 foot. He won the ball well. But Real Betis will waste every minute that they can. But you look at the Chelsea bench. Who do you think can come in to change anything in this game?
Honestly, when I look at it, there's only one man, and it's quite controversial what I'm about to say, but Jadon Sancho is the only one that can actually do something for Chelsea. Do you know why? Because this is probably his last ever chance to impress Chelsea. If he comes in and he grinds and gets Chelsea this win, it's likely Chelsea may change their mind and make his stay permanent. So he has all to play for, and if he's not even playing for that, he's playing for his self-pride, because this will be the second time he's been in the final back-to-back years. And if he goes home a loser, then it means that Manchester United were right about him, moving him on twice, 2 years in a row. So he has everything to prove to himself. And that, I believe, is enough motivation for Jadon Sancho to do something for Chelsea. Absolutely.
So, but who does he come on to replace?
That's very easy. Noni Madueke. Noni Madueke has not done anything for Chelsea. He's been practically a passenger. He was struggling on the right. They changed him to the left, and now, because Noni Madueke is naturally a right winger and he's used to movements on the right, when he's on the left, he's lost. He's not like a Pedro Neto who can play on both sides or on both wings. So at the end of the day, Noni has been just a passenger, just sailing through. So the easiest substitution that you can have, a like-for-like substitution, which will probably give you more, because you need a Jadon Sancho who will be able to take players on, possibly even get a penalty. You need somebody like that who will make the back line of Betis uncomfortable enough to make a mistake. And that is Jadon Sancho for Noni Madueke. I hope Maresca sees that.
Absolutely. Chelsea fans who hope Maresca sees that. Goal scorer Zalzui is coming off. And we are yet to see who he will be replaced with. But Betis seem quite comfortable. So Zalzui has come off for Real Betis. And they are looking to hold what they have. So Zalzui is out. And Jesus Rodriguez comes on. So it looks like they are content with a 1-0. And Chelsea need to dig deeper.
Absolutely. You see, the biggest mistake Chelsea did was allow Betis to go up 1-0. Because without Isco and Anthony on the wings, like I said, these are the only two players that can actually do something for Betis. I'm pretty sure at 0-0, Betis were comfortable grinding this out and riding their luck the further the game went. But now they are up ahead. So now the soldiers kick in, because this team, if you go man for man, they are not up to the level of Chelsea. But they are, again, key players in there who can do the business. And these key players have showed up in the first 10 minutes. They've gotten their results. So now the soldiers come in, and it's now time to just put bodies on the line and see it out. This is all that's required for Betis. They don't even need to attack Chelsea this half, and that's it.
Absolutely. So Betis don't need to attack Chelsea, and that's it. But Kobe Perry is a happy man. Are you confident that your hate watch is bearing fruit?
As I said earlier, a hate watch never fails. A week ago, the soldiers were here to hate watch me against Tottenham, and it never failed. So obviously, I don't expect it to fail.
I'm looking for a penalty, and Enzo Maresca is demonstrating. But then again, the VAR will look at that. It didn't look like an infringement to me. But then again, at this point, they will clutch at straws. Yes, talk to me.
So as I was saying, exactly a week ago, the hate watch was on for Manchester United, and these Chelsea fans were right behind it, and it eventually succeeded against me. So definitely, I can't hide my smiles. I cannot hide my excitement.
But you have exactly 30 minutes to keep it. So we'll look at that replay. Ball goes into the box. Jackson goes for it, and Adrian. I mean, that's just a collision at best. Collision at best. I mean, nobody will give a penalty for that. But that's a collision at best. I don't even know why Chelsea wanted to protest. Yeah, Rondo. I mean, nobody will give a penalty for that.
Yeah, I don't think there's a penalty. I'll feel really bad for Betis if this penalty is given against them. There's a clear punch by the goalkeeper. I don't think there's a penalty.
Yeah, so I mean, this is a penalty, not a penalty in anybody's books. The referee waves them on, and yes, Kobe Perry, he is excited because he feels Chelsea is losing this one. Chelsea fans are still in high voice because they seem to have seen this before coming in the European finals. They did it against Bayern Munich, they did it against Benfica. Can they do it against Betis?
You know, against Bayern Munich, they were the underdogs. But right now, Betis here, they are the underdogs. So I think Betis will relive Chelsea's moments and be the underdogs to come back.
So Reece James, he gets a deflection. And Reece James gets a shot. And we didn't see that in the first half.
No, obviously, because the levels of talent between Gusto and Reece James are worlds apart. So again, it just begs the question as to why Enzo Maresca is still at the helm when he cannot see what every Chelsea fan from here to Timbuktu can see.
So Chelsea with the ball in the box. Can they find a goal? And Adrian grabs that. And Chelsea have begun knocking. You can clearly see that the rhythm has changed for Chelsea.
You need to play a fast game. You are the one that's behind. You are the one that has everything to play for, because you need to get back into this game. So you need to speed up the game, and your sense of urgency needs to be faster than that of Betis. Betis are comfortable riding this wave.
Absolutely. Very poor delivery, says that. So Betis on the attack. Isco, we know of his creativity. Ball goes to the right. Can Betis get that sucker punch? They look to get the ball into the box, but that is too much. And you spoke about the fact that Betis only have two players. and you can see from that cross that if those two players are picked out of the team, they are very ordinary.
Exactly. I still don't understand why Isco is having the time of his life. Again, it looks like Enzo Maresca has not realized that he needs to have Caicedo man-mark Isco, because you cannot have a player of that quality. This guy is an absolute legend of the game. He can turn anybody in the world.
So Noni Madueke passed too much, and you said that Chelsea need to make a change on that side.
Yeah, they do need to make a change on that side. Noni Madueke is just wasting time. Honestly, he's been doing this the whole entire season. The best thing you can hope for from a Noni Madueke is him coming off the bench. That's the best thing.
So Noah Bashile is on a yellow card. Not surprising. Very soon we'll bring you updates from that game between Ghana and Nigeria as well. And Chelsea are currently trailing to Real Betis in this final. Moses Caicedo wins the ball. Ball is hooked forward. Back to Reece James, who looks to find Pedro Neto. But Betis are winning that very quickly. But Eustace, what are the updates from that Ghana game? You want to update us real quick? Are the Black Stars doing anything significant in England?
And so Ghana have equalized. It's 2-1 after 70 minutes. Goal for Ghana. I'm yet to be updated with the goal scorer. We are back in the game. Oh no, sorry, we pulled one back. Charlie, I'm getting ahead of time because Ghana is going to equalize. Charlie, have some faith. We've run the changes. Mamadou was taken out at halftime. Yurinchi came in, and then Thomas Asante also introduced in the second half. 2 substitutions so far. We pulled one back, and it's Thomas Asante with the goal for Ghana. It's 2-1 after 17 minutes. We'll keep you updated at the end of the game.
Absolutely. So the man has gotten a goal, and I think Maresca is listening to you.
Listen, I said we are not coaches, but every Chelsea from Kotokraba to Russia knows what this team needs. It's only Enzo Maresca who has the license A UEFA badge, who can't see it. And unfortunately, he's only noticing this very, very late. Like I said, it's only clear that Jadon Sancho comes in for Noni Madueke. But I won't be shocked, knowing Maresca, I won't be shocked if he takes out Pedro Neto and keeps...
Oh my God, no, I don't think he would. I think if he does, the Chelsea fans would leave the stadium.
I don't think he cares much what the Chelsea fans want or what we need, because if he did, he would never ever start Gusto or Reece James.
Anyway, Chelsea are looking to make a change. We can see the Jadon Sancho warming up. Who do you think he replace?
Well, definitely he should replace Nonzino. They call Abebe Nonzino.
Chuku Nonso.
But I feel wasting Spain. I was feeling the same pain when a week ago when Ugarte was not in the final and Mason Mount was just struggling, and Bruno Fernandes had to come back to play 8 and sliding tackles, and our creative midfielder was giving sliding tackles in the final.
Chelsea are still playing dangerously from the back. This is a final. They should know that. But I mean, that was a weird one last week.
Yes.
Especially. So Chelsea are going to make 2 changes. 2 changes. And I mean, are you surprised?
I'm not surprised. This should have been the change.
And you said it. Pedro Neto is being pulled off. Pedro Neto is coming off.
You know, a leopard never changes his spots. Maresca has been like this the whole entire... I told you, I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves Madueke and takes on off Pedro Neto. And that's exactly what has happened. It's Enzo Maresca. Everybody here, I'm not sure anybody here is surprised. Is there Chelsea fans, are you surprised? Nobody's surprised.
So Chelsea almost concede. And will you say this change is game over?
Honestly, I don't see where Chelsea come back into this. But like I said, if Chelsea had to come back into this, Jadon Sancho will probably have a lot to do with it. Because... And
just look at Madueke. Chelsea fans will be frustrated. I mean, sometimes, like I was saying, last week, we watched that game. Yes. And you wonder why Bruno Fernandes was playing as a... I mean, do these coaches watch the games the same way we watch the games?
I think at this point, most of us would have to go for that tactical course, the license A course, the UEFA badge course. We would have to go for it, because you can sit here and see what they are not seeing on the pitch. They are in Poland with them. We are not that tactically astute, but we can see what is happening on the pitch just by watching from the screen. So I don't know why they are taking different decisions. We played a final and Manuel Ugarte was on the bench for 97 minutes.
When he could have been on the pitch and freed Bruno Fernandes.
Yes. And that is the reason why we lost that final. And that's what Wesley said. Leopard never change their sports. Stubborn coaches would always cost you in the final.
I mean, Pedro Neto is one of the likeliest to do something for Chelsea. The brightest on the pitch. And he takes him off. What?
Yeah, like I've said, Enzo Maresca has a habit of making easy things hard. That is one thing I can bet my house on. That in the easiest of things, Enzo Maresca will make it hard. That's what I know about Enzo Maresca.
Chelsea win the ball in the middle of the park. Can they find anything on the wings? Jadon Sancho and Levi Cole have come on for Benoit Badiashile and Pedro Neto. I mean, people said Badiashile. Yes, you want to say something, Rondo?
There's a reason why Maresca is being paid the big bucks to make changes. If Maresca says Pedro Neto should go outside, then he should go outside. He's the one on the bench. So I don't see why Chelsea fans are complaining. He's the one on the bench.
Well, I think Chelsea fans know Madueke and the kind of player he is in big games. But maybe that's why.
But the coach trains with him every day.
Just look at Madueke. You can see that for yourself. I mean, this is the man that is on the pitch.
So I hear the fans behind me saying Neto was not playing anything in the game. But he
wasn't playing on his favorite side.
When you go to the ratings cards for the first half, he was the brightest spot for Chelsea. So what are you talking about? We are not talking about eye test.
Pedro Neto no dey play anything. Why you people they do like?
No, he was the brightest spot for Chelsea in the first half. Go and check the ratings. Why are you guys? The numbers do not lie. The numbers do not lie. Go and check the numbers. Don't argue with the eye test. Check the numbers. Check the numbers.
Forget about
everything was going through Pedro Neto.
Forget about the numbers. Forget about everything. There's a way to use Pedro Neto in this game that would have been instrumental. Jackson is not pressing this back line. If you take Jackson out and put Pedro Neto as a false nine, if not for anything, you will get effort. You will get pressure that will create spaces in front of that back line, rather for Chelsea to do something. Pedro Neto was not brilliantly used in this game. Even though he's a winger, if it's not working as a winger, what has worked in the last 5 games? You revert to what has worked.
Yeah, as a false nine. Anyway, so Pedro Neto goes off. Chelsea, through Cole Palmer, will look to find something. He's been very anonymous in this game. He has been really shackled in this game. He gets on the ball, finds one into the box. Can Chelsea find a goal? And Chelsea equalize. Enzo Fernandez finds the equalizer for Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez finds the equalizer for Chelsea. Fantastic ball into the box from Cole Palmer. He has been anonymous. Just when he woke up, he provided the assist. And Chelsea are back in this game. What does this mean to the complexion of the game?
I mean, it changes everything now. Chelsea have shown that they are resilient. I mean, after the changes, you can see something change within this Chelsea side. And it's well deserved. In the last 5 minutes or so, they have pressed and pressed. And it has come to 2 players who've been instrumental in Chelsea's season. Cole Palmer with a wonderfully well goal. I mean, he's done this all season long. And now, I think this season, one thing that has been very clear with Enzo Fernandez is his deep runs into the box. And you can see them work time and time and time again. This time, the header buried into the back of the net. Chelsea deservedly level on terms now, and it changes the whole complexion of the game.
Absolutely. In your big games, you need your big players.
Yeah.
And Enzo Fernandez is a big player for the big one.
I was saying, the coach knows what he's doing. The coach made changes.
Exactly
and they scored. The coach knows what he's doing. You should allow the coach to do what he does. The coach knows what he's doing. The coach knows what he's doing. Even though the person who came in
changes has changed the game.
Yeah.
Because with James coming in, being a game changer here, and also taking Neto out was the problem. But bringing Madueke to that side also made something out of this. So far, so good. We are witnessing a good football match.
You see, one thing.
So Chelsea win the ball. And Noni Madueke, can he find a pass? And absolutely terrible pass. But ball goes to Cole Palmer, who works into the box. And Chelsea will look to pile on the pressure immediately.
Yeah, because so you see, Real Betis, the danger of playing to protect one game is that it took Maresca 60 minutes to correct it. And now that he has corrected it, all the right people who need to be in this game, obviously minus Madueke, are in this game. So now, the wind is in the sails of Chelsea. Right now, I don't know how Betis are gonna get ahead, because right now the back line has been shored up with Levi Cole's presence. Caicedo has come in there. Reece James.
So goes to Jadon Sancho. He takes his man on, going into the box. But Betis will win that. And Jadon Sancho should do a lot better. Ball all the way to the back. And Chelsea have the wind in their sails now. And Yao Fosulabi is asking a question.
Jadon Sancho. Stop.
So Chelsea with the ball back again. Jadon Sancho once again. He looks to take his man on. Finds Enzo Fernandez, the goal scorer. Back to Jadon Sancho. All the way back to Marc Cucurella. And Moses Caicedo. Cole Palmer, the orchestrator of the goal. Takes his man on. The referee says no. Get up. That is not a free kick. But Chelsea will win a throw-in. I mean, Cole Palmer was anonymous. He turned up and showed quality. Is that what your big players do?
Absolutely. That's what your big players do. But
so Chelsea with a shot. And Adrian will save that.
More than that, Enzo Fernandez been absolutely spectacular for Chelsea this season, and a big player for the big occasion. This is a player who has scored in World Cups, so this is a guy who knows how to win, a proven winner. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from Chelsea. But look, things are looking dangerous for Betis, because if Betis don't come into this, and again, most of the game Betis have been chasing, so they are now exhausted, they're tired. So if they don't come into this game and Chelsea get a foothold on this game, Betis will be in serious trouble.
Absolutely, Betis are looking to get that second goal. Ball into the box. Can they find it? But Chelsea, through Levi Cole, will defend well. Jadon Sancho will look to set off the counter-attack. There's nobody in support but Nicolas Jackson. He finds Nicolas Jackson. Chelsea are getting back into shape. Moses Caicedo. Back to Enzo Fernandez, the goal scorer. He finds Cole Palmer, who has Noni Madueke outside him. Is he going to find him? And Cole Palmer takes his man on, but there's no support whatsoever. But he goes back and finds Reece James. Back to Moses Caicedo. Back to Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez looks to find Jadon Sancho, who slows things down. Chelsea on the front foot. And it is back to Moses Caicedo in the center. Dilly-dally's on it. Back to Chalobah goes to the right. And Noni Madueke back to Cole Palmer. Can he spark off his creativity? Looks to take his man on. Man in the box for Chelsea. Cole Palmer. Dilly-dally's on it. He goes and finds his man. Takes him on. Ball into the box. And Chelsea get a second. Nicolas Jackson. Chelsea get a second. Nicolas Jackson. Absolutely fantastic play from the Blues. They turn things around. And here's the man, Cole Palmer. Did you see that coming, Winston? Did you see that coming, Winston? Did you see that coming?
See, see, this team, Reece James has been a difference.
Get in there! Come on, Chelsea! Get in!
Reece James has been the difference. If Reece James had started this game, we would have ended this game by halftime. Reece James is what's giving. Look, Malo Gusto in the game, they had all the spaces.
And if you realize, Cole Palmer was always tracking back. But Reece James has given him the. I mean, just look at this from Cole Palmer. Terrific play.
Oh, brilliant football. Absolutely brilliant.
You see, sometimes big matches are for big players, and Cole Palmer is doing exactly that. I like the way he has just switched down there and is working things and just giving assists. This is a second assist of the game, and Cole Palmer is really doing an amazing job.
And the player that he took on was the one they brought in to counter the threat of the extra defender. But absolutely fantastic goal from Nicolas Jackson. No, that's not a handball. That is not a handball. See, have taken the lead. Man United fans who hope that that's a handball, but it's not. But Eustace, did you see this coming?
No, I did not. I mean, I saw Reece James come on at halftime, and I felt that there was something in there. There was going to be an avalanche of attacks, but we have Pellegrini also responding at the moment with a substitution of his own. Hector Rubial coming on for Real Betis. They have to throw the kitchen sink at this. They have just under 20 minutes to make a difference. I didn't see that coming, honestly. I just didn't see that coming.
China Kwame. China, talk to me.
Where is Anthony? Where is the goat? The Pumeme, the Apapun, where is they? He lost for the game inside. Anthony of Manchester United. What do you want to tell me?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I just want to say that Enzo Maresca has been justified by that Pedro Neto change, and I will stand by it at all times that Pedro Neto was not doing anything in this game for him to have stayed on. Pedro Neto left the game, and they scored 2 goals, and that is justification for that substitution. So I don't see how anybody would blame Maresca for the changes that he made. It was a brilliant change, and it's really good that Chelsea have been able to come back in this fashion.
So Yao Ofosulabi thinks it was a brilliant change, and Chelsea to be about to make another substitution.
You know what I love about this? The desire of Chelsea. Now that we are 2-1 up, they are chasing every ball because they know they can't afford to let Real Betis come back into this one. They must see it out. And that's what I'm loving about this Chelsea team right now. Everybody's running after the ball. And look, Reece James has been the difference in this game. Only tacticals will understand what we are talking about. Because when Malo Gusto was there, Chelsea didn't even have the confidence to be able to move to the midfield.
So Moses Caicedo will go all the way back to his goalkeeper, and Chelsea will look to build once again. Ball to the right side of the defense, and Real Betis are pressing very hard, and Chelsea will look to avoid any mistakes. Ball all the way forward from Philip Jorgensen. Chelsea have completed 477 passes. Chuku Nonso takes his man on, and fantastic pass, but that's blocked out, and Chelsea will look to win it high up the pitch. Real Betis to Isco are looking for that one. Ball to the right, and Anthony against Cucurella, and Anthony doesn't do anything. But are you surprised by Anthony's output in this game?
I'm not surprised. Definitely, this is his level. He's actually done a lot.
So go with a pass.
Okay.
But Reece James will win that very easily.
Trust me.
And he wins that throw-in for Chelsea. The Chelsea fans are in the building.
Definitely,
they are making noise.
Yes.
Can you make some noise for me, Chelsea fans?
Hey. Get in there. Chelsea.
You can hear.
Chelsea.
So Chelsea fans have 16 minutes to turn things around, to keep this going, and they will look to break. Cole Palmer, he finds Nicholas Jackson. Madueke on the charge. Looks to take on this man. Madueke gives the ball away, and Madueke gives the ball away. Kawawa just said that change is justified, but Madueke is still looking like that fish out.
Bro, I don't know what he's watching. Not even Madueke. I have no idea. I have no idea what he's watching.
Anyway,
admit it. Yo, Madueke and Kopama, they changed the game. Let's admit it and go forward. Neto was not sit up for the other side.
They are not being fair to Madueke.
It's true.
You are not being fair to Madueke. What's he doing?
Let's be fair to Madueke. He's changed the game. He and Kopama have changed the game.
Do you know your goal came about? No, Madueke made the decoy run. Madueke was the decoy. He pulled the defender, and Kopama was able to make that cross. So you guys are not being fair to Madueke.
Listen, Kopama is only doubling up on Madueke's side. Madueke is actually not doing anything.
Madueke is
what are you talking about?
Madueke is serving as a decoy.
Yeah,
but if you look at the statistics, Madueke has probably given away the last 4 balls that he's had.
You need to risk it to get a biscuit.
Oh, really?
He's trying to create chances.
The guy is taking us on our same vibes. He's taking us on our same vibes.
He's trying to create chances.
What's all this?
No, he's trying to create chances. He's trying to create chances.
But Chelsea, with their noses, remember this is brought to you live by Guinness. Guinness is ensuring that we have a good time with football. We are live as well on Sporty FM. If you are not able to join us at the University of Ghana and you are home, grab yourself a chilled bottle of Guinness as we watch this game. And Real Betis will look to build a rare attack. Ball to the right side. Chelsea will look to cover our ball into the box, and they do clear. And Chelsea look comfortable in defense, but Real Betis win that second ball. And Chelsea would concede a corner. And Cucurella, what have you made of his performance?
Cucurella has been absolutely brilliant. Anthony hasn't had a single
So Real Betis with a
to do
chance.
anything.
Ball into the box. Can they find a goal? But no.
It's
Chelsea
not
will look to
happening. It's not
build.
happening. Come
Reece
on, Sam.
James
Come on, Sam.
finds a
That's what I'm
fantastic
talking about.
pass.
Let's go.
Nicolas Jackson.
Do it again.
Nicolas Jackson.
Do it again.
Can
Do
he
it
find?
again.
Can they find
Do
a
it
goal? Oh my God! Nicolas Jackson. Nicolas Jackson. What did you make of that?
Honestly, it's fatigue. It's fatigue.
Will this come back to haunt Chelsea?
I'm telling you, this is dangerous. It's very, very
It
dangerous.
was 2 against 1. Would come back to haunt Chelsea?
It's very possible. If Betis come back into this, it's very, very possible that it will hunt Chelsea. They better hope today is their day. They better hope today is the day.
Absolutely. Chelsea on the defense. Real Betis, Anthony, can he find a... But that is cleared. I mean, but what a chance.
Is this your goat? Is this your goat? Where they are
So I think Chelsea fans now understand why a striker must come in this summer.
Absolutely. Chelsea.
Because your number one striker being Nicolas Jackson is definitely not going to be reliable.
Absolutely. So Cole Palmer gets himself a yellow card for kicking the ball away. But then what a chance that was. Should he have done better?
Oh, clearly. And in these moments of the game, you've got to go on there and then just take the game by the scruff of the neck. Like, finish off the game. How do you take a heavy touch in that moment? Out of all of the moments that you could take a heavy touch. Oh, nah. Nicolas Jackson has just justified every single Chelsea fan's doubts about him. He should be doing way better. We get a replay of it. And on the break, even if you take a heavy touch here, if you take a heavy touch here, it's fine. But then you take another heavy touch here. Oh, no. Come on now. This is just atrocious from Nicolas Jackson. And if Betis find a way back in this game, he will be their clear scapegoat.
Sly. Nicolas Jackson is a right back being forced to play centre forward.
So,
he's a right back.
For some shaggy reasons, today we had this argument that Kwame Poku is better than Hoyland and Nicolas Jackson. And I defended Jackson, but not for this. God.
So you think Kwame Poku will do a better job?
God, Kwame Poku. Oh God, this is
see, I'm telling you guys, Nicolas Jackson is a right back being forced to play centre forward. He's a right back. This is a bad touch. He's a right back.
I mean, absolutely terrible. But Jampo, Chelsea have come back. You must be excited.
I'm super excited. I thought Reece James was coming, and then there's a goal for Chelsea, and then they come back for Chelsea. I'm so excited. I'm just hoping Chelsea comes out.
You predicted
victorious.
it in the first half.
Yeah, I predicted it.
There's a comeback in the second half. Yeah,
I said that. Yeah.
I mean, but this is an absolutely phenomenal experience right here, Jim. We understand that you have aspiration of becoming SRC president. I mean, what do you have for the students?
Oh, I mean, I've been in G. Nelson for some time. I've held a number of positions, and then I've done a lot for G. Nelson. So I believe the people of G. Nelson are selling the message, and then everyone on campus knows Jampo is up for something great. Yeah.
Absolutely. So you're live on Sporty FM 106.1. But then again, I mean, should we look forward to more experiences like this?
Oh yeah, I look forward to so many experiences with Guinness and then with Sporty FM. Yeah, so many more to come up.
Absolutely. So that was Jampo right here. So Nicolas Jackson has been taking off, and Chelsea will look to keep this going. And Madueke goes into midfield and fouls his man, and that'll be a foul. Chelsea have 10 minutes within which to make history. Mr. Winston Michaels, do you see history written in blue?
You know what? Knowing my Chelsea until the final whistle, I can't tell. But I would say this. When Betis were defending a one-goal lead and they weren't doing anything about it, I knew it would be dangerous if they messed up and let Chelsea back in this league. Because look, all the mistakes that Enzo Maresca committed before the game started, he has corrected them. Especially in the defense, he stabilized the defense. Remember, if you look at Chelsea's last 10 games, this defense has been the second best defense in the Premier League. So they know how to grind out games. And now that they have the lead, everybody will be killing themselves to make sure they get it over the line.
Absolutely. I said Tottenham. The former Tottenham man, Giovanni Lo Celso, will be coming on shortly. Enzo Fernandez, what a player he's been for Chelsea. He finds Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho will look to take on his man. Will he shoot? He dilly-dallies on that ball, edge of the box. Enzo Fernandez back to Moises Caicedo, who dilly-dallies on that ball as well. He takes it all the way back to Philip Jorgensen, who sits on that. He would look to launch a long one forward. Chelsea have 8 minutes to do something. Kiernan Dewsbury Hall has come on, and Cole Palmer is looking to play in that striker position. Will this rob Chelsea of some creativity?
Honestly, you never know. Cole Palmer looks leggy, but again, his quality is top class. So at the end of the day, maybe they are relying on the fact that if Cole Palmer was the one in that situation, it probably ends up in the back of the net.
Absolutely. But Chelsea with Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, can he find that decisive pass? And he does. All the way to Jadon Sancho. And he shoots. And Chelsea have a third. Chelsea have a third. And Jadon Sancho says he's staying. He says he is staying. Chelsea 3, Real Betis 1. Game over, surely, isn't it?
You should start a church, honestly, because your predictions are just right. Look, Winston, you be prophet. You be prophet. No. I think you will even do better than Maresca on the bench. Honestly, Winston will do better than Maresca on the bench. Winston. Winston for no reason. Winston. His predictions are just right.
I mean, what a goal. Right. I mean, surely Winston, he stays at Chelsea now, doesn't he?
Yes.
No.
Does he stay at Chelsea?
It's done. It's done. Done and dusted.
It's done,
It's done and dusted.
I mean, he took off his shirt and he said, I am staying. He said, I am staying.
Listen. I said, if Chelsea is to win this Conference League, it will rely on Jadon Sancho. And he has put the final nail in that coffin.
Exactly.
This is what we paid. This is what we brought him to Chelsea for.
Absolutely.
This is what we need Jadon Sancho on the field for.
Chelsea.
The energies at different levels here at the University of Ghana. Remember, this is brought to you by Guinness, bringing you football experiences you can only imagine. And we're here at the J. Nelson Hall at the University of Ghana. I mean, what a day, Winston. I mean, Chelsea have come back from behind. 3-1. Surely game over now.
I mean, it's game over. It's game over. Listen, I said what I said. Sancho came and did what I said. And I knew that once he does that, there's no way these guys will come back into this game. It's game over. It's
over.
Done.
It's over. Honestly, it's
absolutely.
Over.
Chelsea have 5 minutes and some injury time to keep this going. Anthony, who has been anonymous, Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, can they find one? And Jorgensen, Jorgensen does hold one, and they are looking for a penalty. The referee will say no, simply because that looked like a very. So Isco scoops one into the box. Reece James. No, I mean, that is not a penalty anywhere on any day. Absolutely not. Not in anybody's books. Real Betis will clutch at straws. But do you think the VAR will take a look at that? No, it doesn't.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Absolutely. So Real Betis on the attack. They are not giving up yet. Chelsea will need to hold their horses. Mark Cucurella. Anthony shot straight into the hands. Has Anthony played the kind of game you expected him to play?
No, not at all. Anthony has been in Cucurella's pocket from the beginning till now. Anthony has done nothing. No take-ons, no crosses. I think his rating should be 0 because nothing.
You don't speak too much English.
Nothing.
Chelsea, now Ubenya.
You can hear in the background. You can hear in the background. So as a matter of update, Ghana has just lost to Nigeria. That game ended 2-1. Ghana has just lost to Nigeria. That game ended 2-1 to the Super Eagles. But the guys here won't care because Chelsea is ahead. Winston, Chelsea have played 4 finals in Europe recently. And they look to have won them.
Listen, the last European final Chelsea lost Manchester United in 2008.
That's the last European final Chelsea lost. If you don't want Chelsea to win a trophy, don't put Chelsea in a European final. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. The last European final Chelsea lost was in 2008 to Manchester United.
Absolutely.
The pedigree lives on.
87 minutes played. Mark Gill, who has been instrumental in this competition, comes on, and Chelsea will look to carry on. Can they find a fourth? And Enzo Fernandez. The quality is oozing. They have 3 minutes to do that. The referee whistles for a foul. But Eustace, I mean, have things gone according to plan on the Sportybet app for those that were invested?
Hey, Eustace, where are you going? Where are you going? I know you put a huge amount of money on Betis.
Agenda.
What happened?
Charlie, Pellegrini, Anthony, they go fight. This is the Anthony's vex. Anthony, they go fight.
This is the only thing he knows how to do. Anthony, this is the only thing.
Charlie, no, but good second half from Chelsea. Different attitude, different mentality.
Wonderful.
I mean, congratulations and all that to them. You have to give it to them. See, Enzo Maresca, I thought he started with a lot of inexperience, but you see that change. Reece James coming onto the field, re-energized. He must have said something to them in that dressing room because they came out a totally different animal. Chelsea have done it. 3 goals in the second half. I still think that Jadon Sancho should return to Manchester United.
I thought you didn't want him at Manchester United, but it looks like Chelsea would be paying the 20 million now.
We don't want
I mean, Kosi, money well spent. Money well spent.
Absolutely.
Because of Jadon Sancho, all the haters, they go sleep.
You depend them.
But I mean, Winston, what does the future hold for this young Chelsea team?
Honestly, this has been a very important season for Chelsea. It's a season where they had to learn a lot and they had to grow up. They had to build character. They had to build strategies in which to win, even from behind. And I think all throughout the season, Chelsea have gone through the growth process. So now that we have Champions League football, now that we are Europa Conference League champions, there's going to be reinforcements. And when there are reinforcements added to this growth that this Chelsea team has made this year, leaps and bounds of growth, next year, oh my God, it's beautiful.
Absolutely, Real Betis will not give up. We are yet to see how many minutes of added time will be played. There will be, it is injury time. We are yet to find out how many minutes have been added on. Real Betis will be hoping for a miracle. Do they have what it takes to find that miracle? Deep into injury time, ball goes into the box, and Marc Cucurella will clear, but not convincingly. But Real Betis still in the Chelsea box. Can they find anything? But Cucurella will clear that. 5 minutes of time added on. Chelsea do 5 minutes. But we'll speak to some of the Chelsea fans as we do go along. The Chelsea fans are here. Boss, you're a Chelsea fan.
Rondo, where are you going? Rondo,
you know, he doesn't want to speak. He's so excited. But can Chelsea find another? And Chelsea get the fourth. Moses Caicedo nails the coffin. Moses Caicedo nails the coffin.
Where?
And we will be speaking to the Chelsea fans. Caicedo nails the coffin. And the Chelsea fans are here. Are you a Chelsea fan?
Oh, yeah, I'm a Chelsea fan.
Talk to me.
Chelsea has just been fantastic, bro. Like, this comeback, no. Betis are supposed to go to a... No. Because Chelsea will be fantastic. Palmer has delivered a good ball. And then all the players that we thought they were not able to play, they have come out and they have given a very fantastic game.
You know, Moses Caicedo.
Hey, Chelsea.
Caicedo.
That your Chelsea fans are excited here.
Chelsea.
So we can hear the fans.
Chelsea.
So we are live on Sporty FM. The Chelsea fans are still here. And we'll be speaking to more we all. I mean, I'm sure you anticipated Chelsea
Too
win.
easy,
Does
too
the result
easy.
surprise
Too
you?
easy. It's
Does the
too
result
easy.
surprise you?
It's too easy.
We are still on Sporty FM.
Bro, it's a blue thing.
The Chelsea fans are excited. They don't want to
It's a blue
speak
thing.
on radio.
Bro.
And a nail in the coffin. The Chelsea.
This is too easy. This is too easy. This is too easy.
The Chelsea fans say it's too easy. But Winston, did you expect a 4-1 win over Betis?
Honestly, I did not, based on how bad the first half was. But listen, pedigree plays a huge role. Chelsea in Europe are no joke. Chelsea in Europe, especially in a European final, are no joke. So this scoreline right here is justified. But imagine Rhys James had started this game. Just imagine.
You said the game would have been over in the first half. Yeah.
Make her bust your mind.
Talk to me.
Make her bust your mind.
Talk to me, boss.
Today, on Sporty Plug, somebody actually called in and predicted a 4-1 scoreline. And even added that a goal will come in the 90th minute. And he swore, Allah, illallah. He swore that it was going to be a 4-1 scoreline. Yeah. The game is not yet over, but I believe it's a 4-1 scoreline for us.
Absolutely. Real Betis are looking for a consolation. A shot.
Away!
Chelsea.
What's Chelsea? Chelsea now Obenya. What's Chelsea now Obenya.
So when
we have taken over this live broadcast.
When the game is over, please do not go. Chelsea fans, the official after party is solo coup time. Solo coup time right after the game with Guinness. And we are live on Sporty FM. In exactly 1 minute, the game should be over. The DJ will give us some tunes. It will be a party for Chelsea fans. They can feel it. In 1 minute, the whistle will go. I mean, Winston, Chelsea have made history.
Absolutely. The only club in Europe to win all European trophies. The only club. And it's only right that Jose Mourinho, who started this revolution, is the only coach to win all European trophies. That right there is football heritage.
Absolutely. So Chelsea have made history. And the Chelsea fans are holding their jerseys up high. They will not be sleeping tonight. They would have a party. Remember, this is brought to you by Guinness. And Guinness ensures that your football watching experience is smooth.
I
get live on Sporty FM.
Hey, I get special song for all the United and the haters for here. You the paid them.
So Chelsea are on the cusp of it. And like I said, we are live on Sporty FM. Right after it, the party will begin. And our MC will ensure we have a good time. But, I mean, Nana Kwame Labi, talk to me. How does this feel for you?
It feels very great, man. It feels very great to be the only team to win every UEFA competition. Even with our players.
It's over!
Let's go!
Whoa.
Let's go!
It is what it is. It's over!
Chelsea